Redensreiser, Mankind Divided was shit. I mean, it didn't even have an ending.
McCready, it's over.
This game just ends. It cares more about setting up the next game and few games than it does with providing a satisfying conclusion to this one.
If you can't tell, I love this game and I'll defend it to death. Go buy this game. It earns my badass seal of approval.
So wait, if we all mutually agree that the core narrative of Deus Ex Mankind Divided was Adam Jensen's investigation into the AUG terrorists, and anyone with eyeballs resoundingly fucking does, then someone's gonna have to explain the fuck to me how annihilating said terrorists, confronting their leader, and pushing his shit in is somehow not a fucking ending. Were the walls of the lead-lined asshat incubator your crib was housed in actively fucking chipping or some shit? If the story is stop the terrorists, and at the end, you stop the terrorists, and somehow this in the hazy anime-addled hallucinoscape inside your empty skull does not comprise an ending, then I suppose the follow-up query would have to be, what in the front-flipping fuck would? What, does Jensen need to tap his heels together and wind up back in fucking Kansas? And I find it's invariably the tweed sweater vest syndicate and the cunts who construe their pedestrian opinions to boast superior import due to the mere fact that they confuse a video game review with a fucking college thesis that have by and large proffered this abject disinformation, who spurn the dreaded punchline as one of the four horsemen of hyperbole, all the while dispensing disinformation by the untrammeled fuckload and erect their leaning tower of intellect by arguing about pixelated cartoon characters on the internet. I find it awfully convenient that it is by and large the same gaggle of canting cunts who got their labias all aflutter over the AUG Lives Matter controversy, who just happened to be puckered and primed when Mankind Divided finally hit the digital dance floor. I'm not saying these journalists had an axe to grind, but Jim Sterling is fucking a blue ox in the ass. But less content? Less variations in gameplay? Did we play the same fucking shit? Are we occupying the same plane of existence? As I explained at exhausting length in my review of the game, while he only consulted for the game in question, Mankind Divided is the realization of one of Warren Spector's longest abiding design aspirations, the one-block role-playing game.
I want to do the one-block role-playing game. I don't want to build a massive world that you go traipsing around, that's simulated, inch deep and a mile wide. I don't want to build a fantasy world about guys who wear, chain mail and swing big swords. I don't even want to do a game about a guy wearing sunglasses at night and a big trench coat. I want to simulate one square block of a city.
It may not be precisely that, but where the Skyrims and Dragon Ages of the world give you a large sandbox and pepper it with pituary bitchcraft, Mankind Divided gives you a smaller pool with unfathomable depth. Note also that highlighting each response highlights full text of what Adam Jensen's dialogue response will be, handily disarming the dogshit contention making the rounds of the very same circle jerk society that Deus Ex has a dialogue wheel. Jackass genuine dialogue wheels of the sincerely shitty persuasion, as typified by games like Mass Effect, Fallout 4.
Could you say that like Dr. Frankenstein?
Igor, fetch me the brain!
Sorry.
Sorry, fanboys, but several of the Witcher titles.
Hear about the contract? Really got an imp problem? Or is that just an imp or affection in the notice?
Are effectively a parlance pop quiz, often saddled with binary morality, the choices for which are represented by insufferably ambiguous pseudo-summaries that act like a conversational fucking mood ring. I despise the dialogue wheel in all its manifestations, even when it comes in list form, Witcher 2, and have regaled you all with my reasons why on occasions too numerous to count, with a generous peppering of the word fuck!
Look, it's one thing if the verbal discourse serves as little more than innocuous fluff for the player's immersive benefit exclusively, but when the mercurial disposition of my followers and their utility to me in a gameplay sense is unequivocally tied to one of 4 randomized rejoinders, I'd appreciate a summary that doesn't read like a fucking fortune cookie.
I would like to avoid any misunderstandings.
Good. So in this case, since you already know my name, and no doubt other things about me, I think you owe me the same courtesy.
I'm with Interpol, but I'm not here to cause any trouble. Organized crime is someone else's department. I'm here to pick up the shipment you're withholding from Václav Koller.
But I will tell you what I told Kohler. No, he cannot have the calibrator, and you can't either. Dealing with Augs is bad business. A point which some people in this organization have yet to understand.
I see. You're a man of principle. A businessman who cares for the organization he's part of. But there's more to my being here than maybe you realize. Koller is a friend, and sometimes helping out a friend in need is good business.
You see, Vanna, this is what I am always talking about. Loyalty. It is like I am always telling him you can get a lot accomplished just by having a conversation. I will let you have the calibrator.
Note that in this sequence, the player may, on a complete fucking lark, sneak in one of 3 back doors, all with entirely unique security setups and requiring divergent skills, all without once engaging in a dialogue persuasion sequence that you've just seen is impressively deep by it fucking self. And that's just one side quest. So no, I don't give a fuck. I don't give 5 fucks. I don't give a flock of fucks expelled from Sterling's sandalwood-scented asshole when he says about Mankind Divided. Look, if you want to say the narrative is less engaging than Human Revolution, go with God, my friend. You might even get me to agree if you're persuasive enough. Its narrow scope lends depth to the gameplay, but come on, proselytizing about one issue for 30 plus hours. Is this a video game or Rachel Maddow? The Adam's apple threw me off. Look, you have to vote with your wallet here, and for me, shelving Deus Ex for Marvel cash-ins is all I needed to hear. Fuck these Marvel games. Not giving a festering shit about the Avengers helps in that regard, but even if these Marvel Square Enix collaborations turn out to be God's gift to game design, fuck the very foundations of Squeenix HQ for this move. You waste 11 years and untold hundreds of millions of monetary units shitting out a glorified goddamn boy band simulator? Oh, that's copacetic as fuck, weak who. But Mankind Divided gets righteously shit on by the same gaming press that gave Resident Evil 5 perfect scores and it stopped the Deus Ex Express. Marvel, Squeenix, fanboys, blow my dick to completion, you cloying cunt flaps. Unless, of course, you let Eidos Montreal make a Daredevil game, in which case I'll pre-order 20 copies. I'm a man. I have needs. I'm Razor Fist! And no, I never goddamn asked for this. God fucking speed!